All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. We're going to talk about a few things today. I'm going to be showing you some potential purchases that I'm interested in buying if I end up not keeping the Charger. So if you've been living under a rock and you're new by this channel, I do have a new Dodge Charger EV that I bought almost 6 months ago, and it's been in the shop the entire time. So I ended up doing a lemon law. And I just recently got a cash offer on the car, but we didn't take it because they're feeling like they can fix the car. And then they're going to offer me, we'll get a bigger cash settlement if I end up keeping it or whatever. So the lemon law process, I've been kind of documenting on this channel because I'm new to the lemon law as well. So the things that I'm producing on here about the lemon law is my first experience with it. So with the lemon law, if you actually have a lemon law, what Stellantis has done for me is they've offered me a cash settlement to keep the car. And I kind of explained that in the other video, but let me give a little bit more detail because some people were they didn't understand. So first things first, when I said they offered me a cash offer for the opening offer, a cash settlement, it's called a cash and keep, which means they say, hey, Jay, here's $31,000. You get to keep the car and you can keep the cash, or you get to keep the cash, but we're not going to buy the car back. So you keep this money. You just drive the car. You still get a full warranty. You still get, everything's the same. We're just giving you some money so we don't have to do a buyout and you get to keep the car. And that's how the cash and keep works. I don't get the paid off vehicle or anything like that. It's just that if at the end of the term, if I end up keeping it that long, because I could take the money and then just sell the car off and trade it or whatever. I don't have to keep it. But if for some reason, because I do like the Charger, I do like the EV Charger. If for some reason I decide to complete my lease for the next 2.5 years, and I decide at the end, hey, I want to buy this car. I love it so much. I want to buy it. It'll have a clean title, not a lemon law title, because they're guaranteeing they can fix everything. So the cash and keep offer, that's how that works with the lemon law. They offer you money, you keep it, and you can keep driving the car if you want to. But regardless, you can't sue them. You can't ask for another lemon law on the same car if you agree to this settlement. You're going to have to sell it off or trade it or something like that, or just everything's just covered under the warranty. So that's why I didn't accept the first cash offer, because my attorney and I was like, I know I can get more. If they're offering a big chunk of money up front, like they know what's up. So I'm going to pick my car up at the end of this month if it's actually ready, because they're now saying the end of the month. If it's actually ready, then I just drive the car, let my attorney know what I think. They get more money for me. And that's pretty much it if I decide to do a cash and keep is what they call it. But if Stellantis says, hey, forget it, if the car is not working, then Stellantis will probably offer me a buyout. That has always been my thing. I'm ultimately wanting to be bought out of this vehicle. But if they give me all this cash, and the car's working, that is where we're going to stay. And when I say that's where we're going to stay, I'm not going to make a purchase on the next two things that I'm going to talk about in this video. So I have a couple of ideas on what I want to do for my fun car. But for right now, the Charger is a fun car. It is a fast car. Mine looks good because I have the red eye color. I have a plus model, which I have ventilated seats. I have the glass roof. I got power. I got a bunch of stuff in my car. I got the bigger screens. So mine is actually pretty nice. So when something by the end of this month, whatever happens with that Dodge Charger is going to be the reason I make the next step. So if they buy out the car, then I'm going to move forward with one of the things I'm going to talk about in this video. If they don't buy out the car and the car does work, I'm going to give you more content on that car, because I got that car because I wanted it not just to make content, but it's such an intriguing vehicle. I'm going to make the channel stay focused around that particular car. Now, I know you've seen my 25 CT5 Premium. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. But in the end, I'm not going to have like multiple sports cars anymore, because I just recently sold my 25 AMG. I showed you that in the last video. If you haven't seen the other videos, you need to check it out to see how we got to this point with the certain cars that I have. And I've also showed the 25 Performance Model 3 profit, all profit. So that's just the reasoning to get rid of those cars, profit, and put the money back on the market and let it grow. And the money that I get from the settlement, that's going to be my move, what I make next, because that's a freebie for me. I don't have to use any of the money. I don't have to spend any of the money I make on nothing. So they're going to offer me a cash settlement, or they're going to buy the car out and offer me a cash settlement. So there's going to be money there at the end of this month or somewhere around the beginning of July. And that's going to determine one of these vehicles that I'm going to talk about. Now, I have a love I bought my first official Mustang in 2024. Decked it out. It was sweet. I mean, my Mustang was done right. I lowered it, got nice wheels. I still have all the parts from my car except for the suspension. I stripped it down as best I could, and then I put the parts away, and then I sold that vehicle. And I like I said, I did regret selling my Mustang because it was so beautiful. At the time, I just didn't want multiple sports cars. I know that sounds crazy, but if I have 6 cars, I was funny. This guy was like, "You do need 6 cars." It's funny. No, I don't want 6 cars parked at the house. But I would have had 3 sporty vehicles at the house, and a truck, a luxury car, or 2 luxury cars. I didn't want that. So my financial advisor was like, "Hey, you got to stop this, man. I need you to, lay back a little bit, get you to have some fun. But you know what I'm saying? You got to start getting back smart again." So I have a love for this newer generation Mustang. And so I've been talking to a couple of dealers, and I found another GT Mustang, like the one I sold. Doesn't have the light gray interior, but the color is beautiful. So it's not my color. It's silver. If you want to know, it's a silver color, which is beautiful. It's got the active exhaust, and it's a manual, and it's silver, and that's it. That's all I need, because I got the rims, the other parts. I got all of that in the storage already. So I'm thinking about getting another Mustang GT. I can get one for under 45, which is, it's crazy because they had a price increase, and that car is actually 48 or 49, but they're going to sell it to me for less than 45. So I was like, cool, if I decide to get it. But then in the interim of doing the Mustang search again, I came across a dark horse. Now, this is a dark horse. It was a customer order. The customer put the order in, but the customer didn't pick it up. And it's been sitting on the lot for more than 3 months. So they need to move this vehicle, because once a car is sitting for 30 days, then the dealers are paying taxes on it, and it's hurting them to have it on the lot. And then if they can't move these units, they won't get more of it. Like, they won't get these high-end cars anymore. So there's a dark horse that's not a highly spec'd one, but the customer picked the stealth exterior, that $6,000 add-on. They picked that, and I think that's pretty much the only expensive thing they have on the car, because it's a dark horse and it's a manual with that nice trim in there. So I like that car. Not a fan of the stealth with that particular color. I don't really like that color with stealth. It looks dirty all the time. But nonetheless, that is an option. That car is $72,000. They're willing to sell it for $66,000. And then I went back and told them I'm gonna need more money off. So they took another $2,000 off so I can get that car. Originally it was $75,000 out the door. I think with taxes and all that stuff, I got them down to $72,000 out the door. So like straight up cash $72,000 out the door, or however I want to pay for it. My financial advisor is probably watching this saying, "I thought you said," so I have good credit. So, I could finance it, but I don't know. I don't like car payments if I don't have to have them. So nonetheless, the dark horse has become an option. I don't like that stealth, but I guess with a nice wash on it, keeping it clean, it might look pretty good. It might look good. So that's an option. And then I saw something that I've always been interested in that can smoke that dark horse. But the problem is the dealer, when I saw the tag and they wanted $82,000 or $83,000 for it, I said, "You guys are nuts."
No.
Oh, okay, 70 something.
So the truck itself is 76 or 75 some change plus T's.
And it has a 5.0 engine, obviously. Yeah, the single cab F51 F-150s are sick. And what they've done is they've modified one of their own. It's a 25. They modified it with exhaust, suspension, wheels, interior, and obviously it has a supercharger on it. But they're claiming to add like $35,000 to $40,000. That's $40,000 worth of stuff. I don't think so. I just don't think so. So I talked to him. He said, "Okay, we're not going to sell it to you for 82." He was saying the price is actually like 76 or something like that. So with taxes, it comes back out to 82 out the door. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I said, "You're getting into the price category of C8 Corvette." I said, you're getting in that C8 Corvette category, because I personally think if you're looking at sports cars, exotic cars, we cannot leave out the value dollar-wise that the C8 Corvette brings. And that's probably my final thoughts on the next move that I make, contingent on whether that Charger is parked outside in July or not. I would rather have a GT manual than a Dark Horse. I think it's $20,000 less, and yeah, the Dark Horse is a little faster, but still, an H pipe on the GT with the active exhaust sounds beautiful, and it's a manual. It may not be the Tremec, and it's the MT82, but it doesn't matter. I didn't have any problems with the MT82, no problems whatsoever, so I'm cool with it. But what I will say is, either way, I do like the Dodge Charger EV. I don't care what the internet says. You know, I don't care that if they can just fix it, it is a phenomenal vehicle. I think I like it because, it's electric, and it looks like it's something that it's not. The fake exhaust sounds, all that kind of stuff. I'm past all that. I just want the cars to work. So I think at this point, all I need is to wait these next couple of weeks, see what happens with my Charger. That's going to determine the next route that I go. But I am interested in a GT Mustang, possibly a Dark Horse. But that truck was so beautiful. The seats were it was so comfortable. But in the end, I think the Corvettes are just the best way to go when you want power and performance versus the dollar. Yeah, you can get some C8, you can get some 1LTs now for $64,000, $61 in some places. That is a huge discount. And now the 26s are rolling in. Yeah, the Corvettes are looking good. But I've already had a Corvette, you know what I'm saying? And then there's a new announcement from Tesla with the new Model X and the new Model S. I've never had a Model X. Never had one. We shall see. It's your man Jay. If you guys enjoyed, go check out the updated video that I've done on my CT5 Premium. And I'll see you guys in the next video. What do you think about what's going on with the lawsuit? Have you filed a lawsuit? If you have the Dodge Charger EV, not lawsuit, have you done a lemon law, or have you filed a lawsuit? So it's your man Jay. If you guys enjoyed, update on the garage. Right now, just enjoying the CT5 Premium. So beautiful. I actually put maybe 500 miles on it since that last video. It is really good. Really good. A beautiful car. Obviously, I've had a CT5 before. I've had a 23 CT5. And then I also had the CT5V back in 2020. The red one is beautiful. But we're here. This color is beautiful. The spec is real nice and clean, simple, luxury car. We'll see how this thing turns out. So I'm chilling now with these two vehicles, and technically 3 with the Charger. We'll see how that goes, and we'll see how this thing turns out. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Take care.